right? Fresh face. I kid you not, like, the older you get, the worse you look in the morning. So, all my young cats out there, don't take it for granted. You guys look amazing. You just don't know it. I'm sure I'll look back at this in 20 years and be like, dude, I look great. All right. Yeah. Let's roll with it. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to go through my day of eating right now that I'm at my heaviest. So it's kind of like the polar opposite of like if I were deep into a prep and I'm like, I'm eating 2 pretzels a day. Right now, I'm at my heaviest. And this is what a day of eating looks like for me. So it is like 8:15, 8:10, something like that. Just a bit past 8. Start with this always. This is kind of like my baseline water I need. Gets the belly ready for like what is to come. And yeah, and from here, may the gluttony start. All right, pomegranate juice. All right, here we go. Pomegranate juice. This is a protein shake, but also doubles up as caffeine. I think it has like 100 grams. We have broccoli. That's it. This is breakfast. So with the exception of the broccoli, like this is all pretty like easy and fast to take down. But yeah, that's the opening act. Probably the least appealing meal I've ever in the history of this channel. This avocado just like ripened overnight and just basically exploded. I swear I do much better work than this. So I'm gonna have this protein shake. It's about 11:30 a.m. and yeah, another protein shake. I know. I try to limit these, not because there's something wrong with them, but more so because if I'm drinking protein shakes all the time, it just means that I'm not making time for myself. You need to make time for yourself. So, yeah, kind of a more bolus meal, but I need to get this in because mentally I'm just going to disappear the next few hours. I have programs for a few athletes out there. So, Laura, Tanya, so it's Laura, Tanya, and Laura, Tanya, and Laura and Tanya. That's who's up today. So yeah, but especially program building, like I'm in there. Like the world disappears. So yeah, let's get that grub in. Finished product, and these are those Costco bagels. If you know, you know. And then there was meal 3. This is about 50 grams worth of protein, 4% Greek yogurt flavored vanilla, and 3 bananas, and we're just gonna smash it up, and that's meal 3. I did a bunch of chores, so when the fiance, I'm just gonna start saying wife, when my wife gets home, she's like, oh, and she'll make me something good for dinner, but I need a snack, so let's find that snack. So very easy, I'll just grab 2 of these because no one seems to like these, and just one of the popular ones. So not bad, 200 calories a pop, mostly carbs. What is it? Yeah, it's just like a little Fig Newton bar. It worked! Check this out. And then, not 1 thigh, 2 thighs. Not 1 naan, not 2 naan, but 3 naans. Oh, buddy. You feel free to turn away at this point. Kimchi with anchovies, and then another cup of pomegranate juice. And that's the last snack, and the day is done. Look, I know that this was supposed to be a day of eating. However, we got to talk about some training. In this journal, we're all about the training. So that's how I eat. How many calories? I don't know. I get numerous protein feedings. I eat more if I feel like I'm slightly behind when it comes to recovery, or maybe I've done something that could Like, I just created a crater with like my training. I'll keep that in mind. So like basically what my training is done, where it's going, how it's trending, how recovered or under recovered I feel, all those things, how physically active I am on a day-to-day basis. Muscular fullness speaks to me. Like, I use that a lot, especially when prepping. Same thing prepping. I don't track, but I just like, squeeze a few muscles and I'm like, okay, gas tank kind of full, maybe not. That's how I'm doing it at this point. And it works, man. Like, for me, it works. Whole year I've gained from January to September about 10 pounds. So right on schedule. But yeah, training. Let's get to it. This is fresh too. This day, see, same tee. If you want one, down in the description. All right, iliac pull around, that trendy old thing. This thing did so much for my back. And I wasn't doing it like across this way to get an extra stretch last off season. So curious to see what this does for me. Usually I have someone sit on the back. That's Felipe, fellow Poposudo. My Brazilians know what that is. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I said it right. But yeah, Kaz today was going over how it's much more stable in a split stance with a dumbbell on your lap. So it's got me thinking, because as much as like everyone's super dope about it, like, hey, if I don't have to bother anyone to get an exercise in, you know, I'm with it, and potentially I guess it feels better. So we'll see. But yeah, 2 to 3 sets of this. This is my third training day of the week. Monday it's lower, Monday it's upper, Wednesday lower, Friday upper. This is my third day of the week, my last upper body day of the week. Shoulder press. This is my shoulder press. Basically, remember, like, don't worry too much about the bench. What really matters is like where your humerus is going relative to your torso, right? It applies like for your back, it kind of works this way. Why wouldn't it work that way for the stuff in the front, right? So yeah, here I'm cueing in, like, stretch this way, biceps towards my face. And if I was doing upper chest, it would be more like, hey, like down this way and then right up towards like my clavicles. Partial reps, yeah. All the trendy stuff. But I've seen this work. That's the thing. I've seen this work. I don't have time to be trendy, man. I don't have the genetics to hang with like the beast of the beast. I don't. And I want to do well. So again, this did a lot for me last off season. So we're taking it even further this time. So this is more of a teres major biased lat pull down. I have mid back. Lats are pretty good. But my teres major, man, it's such a pretty muscle group. But I got nothing there. Looks like deli meat. So see what that does. This is the incline press, again, for this time for the clavicular head. The bottom position, I know I nailed it when I feel like pressure, like my clavicular head's actually being pulled down. Again, partial reps. First one I got like 15 soft lockout ones. Here it started to disintegrate really quick. One thing about like these soft lockouts is that like your performance does this if you do it right. Like it just turns into nothing. So I think the first one I got like 15. I think that was like 6, 7, and then right into like partial 6, 7 maybe. Let's see. Little pec work. It's just so bad, man. But hopefully it shows. I think part of what makes my chest unique, like with the dimples here, also kind of works against it, and like it's just not a full muscle belly. It's like high inserting calves, but like for pecs. So you got what you got. So 2 to 3 sets of everything basically, and just kind of play it that way depending on like how good I think the work is. I know that would freak a lot of people out. 2, 3, big difference, but you know, a lot of things we kind of just play by feel at this point. Rear delt row, absolutely love this movement. So for the rear delts, you're kind of aiming for that pocket back here. Feels like it's like you're skiing, it's like you're sprinting, it's like you're whacking someone behind you. But it's that motion behind you where basically you don't get a whole lot of scapular movement. Yeah, these feel amazing. This was my last set too, man. So there wasn't a whole lot of fullies. I think there was like 4 or 5 fullies, and then after that, straight into like those those partials. But yeah, again, I'm gonna have a physique update for you guys. Like I think at some point November, and I think I totally creamed like my last campaign already. So yeah. Again, a lot of this shit ain't because I'm trying to be like trendy and hip with it or gimmicky. I'm just trying to figure out what works, man. I want to do well and have decent genetics, but not like some guys. You guys be surprised what's out there, man. This is to bias the outer head. I have some of the most boring horseshoes ever, so we'll see what that does. At the very least, it gives me a different angle, like to hit triceps, and which will keep my elbows healthy. This one I love. This one I tried out. So usually to get some length and work for the biceps. Like, well, what I've been doing recently is it's just been cables like this way, right? Like behind me. This works well. My elbow's behind me. You'll see it when I switch to the other arm. But but now the joint is stable. Stability, when we're talking about hypertrophy, important, super important. Especially for a limb that's small. Like if your torso, like this bigger chunk of flesh, will benefit from stability, from, like a bench, right? Why wouldn't your arm, right? Right? So, and going back to my history, I think 2013, 2014 was the best my biceps ever looked. And basically this was all I did. So this movement was basically all I did, the preacher curl. So we'll see how this goes, man. We'll see how this goes, man. The way my chest looks, it annoys me. It does. It's just so flat. But again, you got what you got. I kind of like my dimples, my chest dimples. So whatever, man. You learn to like kind of fall in love with your imperfections. Then some, I did this thing here. Haven't been doing none of the like across the body, behind the body, just because I've been short on time of late. So just did this, turned it into a drop set, and that was basically my day. So yeah, been a little discombobulated, a little improvising like these last 3-4 weeks. Other than like the 2-3 sets that I kind of fluctuate with, like usually my exercise order and the exercises themselves, like they're solid. Like I don't improvise a whole lot, but of late I've had to do a little bit more than I'd like. So yeah, excited to take this deload and then come back, and then just come back hyper focused and like, really like finish off like these last 5-6 weeks of the surplus that I have before I cut down to set up myself for next year's prep. So yeah, no, good times, man. I'm enjoying this. And that's what I got this week. So yeah. Little food, little eating, little training, good times. Outside of that, hey, I'm sticking to it like I said I would. If there's more you guys want to know about, if there's anything that you guys would like me to cover in greater detail, you guys let me know, because at the end you guys are the ones that have to sit down and watch all this. So yeah, suggestions, we always open to those. See you guys in 2 weeks.